Alrighty, and we'd like to welcome you to tonight's broadcast of the Mansfield Barracudas versus the Sin City Kings. My name is Josh Messick. I know you guys are used to seeing me inside the net, but tonight I am needed right here behind the mic with you enjoying this hockey game together. The Mansfield Barracudas are so far 2-0 on the season. They look to capitalize on top of the Sin City Kings tonight, as they did last year. Last year wasn't quite much of a competition for the Barracudas as they came out on top by multiple double digits in both games. Let's see what the Kings have to offer. It looks like they got a little bit fuller roster than they did last season. Looks like they got a couple new guys, so it should be a good hockey game. So let's go ahead and get underway. Puck is dropped. Wayne Johns now with it, moves it over to Jimmy Anderson, back over to Wayne Johns. Cudas now with it. That pass in the neutral zone is in the skates of the Kings. Now Jimmy Anderson with it, moves it over to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp with it, sends it down below the net. Jimmy Anderson now with it, moves it up to Wayne Johns. Wayne Johns with it, skating in the defensive zone, passes it up to Tatum, who gets it through the neutral zone, and that'll be covered. And that didn't even come close, but the Sin City Kings goaltender will cover up. Puck battle along the corner. Looks like the Barracudas come away with it. Now Tatum with it behind the net. Moves it to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp with it. Centers it out in front. That passes out of reach, and the Kings are able to clear it back into the neutral zone. All the way down into the Barracuda zone, picked up by Wayne Johns. Wayne Johns will move it up, and that is tipped inside the Kings zone. Kings will pick it up now, and they'll skate it behind their net. Put on the brakes and change position. It looks like that was poked away by his own goalie. It looks like Barracudas are able to come away with it. Now puck with it in the corner. Both teams battling along the half wall now. Barracudas come away with it, move it up to the point. Ely with a shot on net, and the Kings netminder will hold on for the faceoff. 18:43 remaining in the first period. What the hell? I don't get any love. Face-off won by the Barracuda. Shot by Ely. That shot just goes wide. Loose puck picked up by the Kings now, going the other way with it. Skates to the neutral zone with speeding. Unable to get it deep into the offensive zone. The Cudas maintain possession of that. Now skating with it through the neutral zone is Kyle Holland. He'll break it through the offensive zone. Skates around one defenseman, cuts towards the net shot. Saved by the Kings netminder. Ran out of breath there for a little bit. Ledbetter with it, moves it over to Olsen. Olsen up to Holland. Holland now skates it in, gains the offensive zone, gets around the defenseman, cuts it towards the net. Now behind the net, centered out in front, and unable to get a good shot on that is Chris Blake. Saved there by the Kings netminder. Cudas will send it back down deep. Picked up along the half wall now with it. Kyle Holland will send it down low deep. And the Kings now with it behind their net. They'll move it D to D. Moved it out in front. Unable to get some play going here or maintain possession for a very long time as the Kings iced that one, but it looks like it was waved off. Puck makes its way all the way back into the Kings zone. That outlet pass, and they're able to get it down low into the Barracuda zone. Diano now with it. Moves it along, picked up along the half wall by Cutter. Cutter moved it towards the center, and that's picked up by Vegas. Unable to get a shot off. That pass is picked up by Maya Hoitia. Skating with it. Maya Hoitia with it. Gets a shot, and that just goes wide. I believe the netminder had a piece of that, and it looks like somebody lost their helmet. We do have a penalty coming up here. Not sure who that's going against right now. I believe it might be against the Barracudas.
That would be Emilio coming to the box.
Yeah, so that was Emilio Mayahoitia, number 44 for the Barracudas, a 2-minute minor. What was the penalty? Penalties for mystery penalty. 17:06 remaining in the first period. This is the first power play opportunity for the Kings. They haven't had much offensive pressure so far, so let's see if this power play will allow them to turn this around and get some shots on goal here. Shots on goal so far, 4 for the Barracudas and just 1 for the Kings. And it looks like had a little bit of confusion over who got the penalty. They still got the number wrong up on the board, but that's okay. Nonetheless, Kings are on the power play. Kings win the faceoff now. Puck at the point. Hudson along the half wall. Puck now along the half wall. Moves it up to the point. Shot towards the net, and that's tipped and goes in. A power play goal for the Kings here early. 16:52 remaining in the first period, and the Kings go up 1-0. Looked like that puck went off of one of the Kings players in front of the net, deflected in. And we get set ready to face off here. Looks like the power play is all they needed. Just needed one shot. They got the enough offensive pressure to put the net puck in the net. Barracudas win that draw after the goal. Wayne Johns with it. He'll move it over. Cudas now with it, skating through the neutral zone. Gets a shot on net. That goes wide. Loose puck picked up by the Barracudas. Shot from the point. That goes wide. Picked up now by the Kings. Now look to pass it, but ain't able to maintain possession. Now Barracudas regain that puck. Skated all the way back into their own offensive zone, or defensive zone, excuse me. And that pass is poked away. Now Kings with it in their own zone. D-to-D pass, and they'll try to move it up towards the center in the neutral zone, but that pass is out of reach. Barracuda's now with it. Jimmy Anderson will send it behind the net. That's out of reach of Wayne Johns. Centering pass from the Kings, picked up there by Ellis. Hoppenkamp now with it. Nice move there by Hoppenkamp as he gains the offensive zone. Moves it up to Ellis. Ellis now with it, gets a shot. Blocker save there by the Kings netminder. And that's picked up in the neutral zone by Ely. He moves it over to Anderson, but that looked like that pass was in his feet. Unable to handle that. Sends it over to Ely. Now he'll go through the neutral zone. Moves it over to Hoppenkamp. Hoppenkamp now with it. Gets a shot towards the net, looking for that redirect by Ely. Puck now behind the net. Kings now with it. Looks like that pass is picked off by Michael Tatum now. Centered out in front. Hoppenkamp with it. Shot. Rebound, and it goes in! It looks like the original shot was from Michael Tatum, and Tim Hoppenkamp picked up the rebound and was able to bury the puck in the net. The Cudas have tied this game now 1-1 with 15:13 remaining.
That's a big goal there, Josh.
That is a big goal there. That is my friend, my colleague, and you know what? My other half. Daniel McNult, everybody.
Was I sitting on the wire?
No, you're not sitting on the wire. Barracudas win that puck after the goal. Ely now with it, moves it over to Ledbetter. Ledbetter looks to pass, and that just goes off the back. Picked up by Ely. He gains the offensive zone. Cuts towards the net. Shot just goes high. Kept in there by Ledbetter. He'll send it in down low. Picked up along the corner by Holland. Holland will send it to Olsen. That's just out of reach, unable to hold that. Now Kings skating with it the other way, and they'll dump it in the Barracuda zone. That's played by the Barracudas netminder, but it looks like they called an icing on this play, even though the goalie left his crease. Not quite sure on that call. Yeah, so the faceoff's going to go back to center ice. Barracudas win that draw after the messed up icing call. Chris Blake now with it. He'll dump it in deep. Olsen will win that race. Has the puck along the half wall. Cuts across the top of the circle. Moves it up to Diano at the point. Gets a shot in on net. Deflected rebound. And it looks like that is held on to by the Kings netminder. A nice heads-up play there. And it looks like little bit of pushing and shoving going on, as pretty sure both these teams don't like each other, and we might see a couple tilts, maybe one, two. We'll see how the night goes. 14-18 remaining in the first. Face-off won by the Barracudas, quickly shot towards the net, and that just goes wide. I believe it went off the body of one of the Kings players. Kings now move it up towards the neutral zone, then gain the offensive zone. That pass is just out of reach, makes its way behind the net, picked up by Deacon, who's hit off the puck, and it looks like Kings are wanting an interference call on that. Looks like we do have a Kings player down injured inside the Barracuda zone. We hope he's okay. Don't like to see anybody injured. As you know, we play this sport for the love of the game, not to hurt people.
The camera switch. What's that? You're literally having to switch between three cameras. The Kings.
And there we go. It looks like he is able to skate off on his own power, so we do like to see that. A little bit shaken up there, but I believe he is okay. So it looks like the refs are discussing where to drop the puck, and I believe it's coming outside. It's center ice. Not quite sure on that call, but hey, I'll take it because it's not my decision. 13:53 remaining in the first. Face-off won by the Barracudas, but loses possession relatively quickly, and the Kings are able to dump it inside the Barracuda zone. Giano will rim that puck, picked up along the half wall by Cutter, but that unable to maintain possession. That's poked away by the Kings. Kings get a shot, and that's blocked up, and I believe it hit the ceiling. Yes, it did. So the play will be blown dead. I believe the faceoff is going to stay inside the zone. I think that went off one of the Barracudas players. And yes, indeed it did. So the faceoff is going to come to the right of the Barracudas netminder. Looks like the Barracudas were able to get a shot off, and now the Kings skating with the other way. Ooh, and he's hit hard off the puck. Looks like he got two guys that took him down there, slow to get up. Now Maya Hoitia with it. He gets the puck into the neutral zone, moves it across to Cutter. Cutter unable to handle that puck. Kings now with it. Cuts towards the middle, shot, and saved there by the Barracudas. And it looks like everybody's standing in front of me. I can't really see what's going on right now, but it looks like the Kings had it up at the point. Fan on that shot, now race for it as the Barracudas now with it. They go in 2-on-1, gets a shot. Blocker saved there. Rebound picked up by Harder. Centered out in front, and that's cleared away by the Kings. And it looks like there's a whistle. Not quite sure what the whistle's for here. Maybe the net's off. I think the net might have gone off a little bit. So that's why they blew it dead. Face-off coming up here to the right of the Kings netminder. And Barracudas will come away with a draw. Ely with it. He'll send it down low behind the net. Puck picked up in the corner now. Both teams battling for it. Squeaks away, centered out in front. That's unable to get a shot off. Now King skating with it the other way. Gets in the neutral zone, dumps it in down low. And that rims all the way around. And now the Kings come away with it, and they'll move it up to the top of the circles. Gets a shot that's blocked, sent wide. And puck in the middle. Kings will win that race, get it back down low. Puck now behind the net. And Harder with it, moves the puck. Cudas looking to break it out here. And now move it into the neutral zone. Get it down low into the offensive zone, but that's quickly poked away. And now the Kings with it, gain the neutral zone. Carries it in through the offensive zone, tries to cut towards the middle, unable to. Loose puck now. And the Barracudas will come away with it. And that passes up to Ellis. Ellis now skating in 2-on-2 with Tatum. He gets a shot, and that's right in the chest of the Kings netminder. He will hold on for the whistle. 11:06 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal so far, 12 for the Barracudas, 4 for the Kings. Face off won by the Barracudas. Shot in towards the net, deflected, and I believe the Kings netminder did not see that at all, but it did hit him and stays out. Barracudas now with it behind the net. Puck now in the corner. Kings now with it. And they'll try to clear it out. That's kept in. Second attempt works. Now they skate in 2-on-1, but Wayne Johns with a nice back check there, able to win that way. Race to the loose puck now. Ellis with it in the neutral zone, moves it up to Olsen. Olsen with it over to Deacon. Deacon will now gain the offensive zone. Cuts in towards the middle, moves it over. Tatum with a shot that gets deflected wide. And the Kings will ice it. And that will be icing here. So the faceoff's going to come back down into the Kings zone. 10:19 remaining in the first. Barracudas win that draw. Shot by Blake. That's blocked, and it makes its way back in the neutral zone. Barracudas will have to regroup before they gain the offensive zone. They'll dump it in down low. Picked up behind the net. Left for his defensive partner. Puck now along the half wall. Both teams battling for it. Cudas win that battle. And a mishandled in front. Just looked like that barely went wide as he had a wide open net. Unable to put that one home as the puck will make its way back down into the Barracuda zone. Ledbetter now with it. And he'll send it all the way, and I believe that's going to be an icing against the Barracudas. I don't think he got the bounce off the boards that he was looking for. And that's why that one rolled all the way icing. But nonetheless, the faceoff will come back down to the right of the Barracudas netminder. Faceoff won by the Barracudas. Ledbetter will send it around. Picked up along the half wall by Holland. Oh, and it looks like he stepped on the puck and mishandled and stays in the zone. King's now with it. Centered out in front. Poked away by Olsen. Now Ely with it. He'll move it over to Blake. Blake skates it through the neutral zone with speed. Gains the offensive zone. Sends it in towards the net. Goes wide. Picked up along the half wall. And unable to keep the zone as the Kings now with it skating the other way. That puck gets poked away. Barracuda's now with possession. Mishandled there. Almost went in towards the net. And he'll send that back into the neutral zone. Kings will look to regroup here. That pass is intercepted by Blake. Just barely on sides. He gets around one defenseman. 2-on-1. Centers. Oh, and just out of reach. Unable to get a shot off there. Sent in towards the net wide. Second shot goes wide. And the puck will make its way all the way back into the Barracuda zone. Picked up behind the net by Wayne Johns. And that pass is picked off by the Kings. He'll skate in right through the slot. Centered. Unable to get anything off of that as the Barracudas were able to control that chaotic situation there as Mayahoitia skates in, gets a shot, poked away. Loose puck picked up by the Kings, and they will unable to clear it out of the zone, actually, as the Cudas will maintain possession inside the offensive zone. But now the Kings going the other way, gains the offensive zone, shot towards the net, goes wide. Jimmy Anderson clears that, and that makes its way out. Delayed offsides here. Jimmy Anderson with it. He's looking to move the puck, and he'll move it up to Harder. Harder with it. Skates around a couple guys, loses the puck, but Barracudas maintain possession, but not for very long as the Kings skate the other way. Gains the offensive zone, gets a shot, and that's blocked by Wayne Johns. Puck now in the corner. Behind the net, picked up by Wayne Johns. And he'll chip it up into the neutral zone. Barracuda's now skating in 3-on-2. Gets around one defenseman, cuts in towards the net, shot, save. Oh, and tried to get it out in front. Unable to get a shot off there. Pass just out of reach. Both teams now battling for it. Barracuda's now with it. Moves it to the point, and it looks like there is a whistle being blown. I'm not sure again why this whistle's being blown, but the net was off. Well, it looks like we were able to get the net back on here. I know these pegs aren't the greatest. Trust me, I'm a goalie, I know. So hopefully this doesn't become a problem here for the remainder of the game. Kings will win that draw. They'll send it behind the net, moves it up towards the centerman. They'll skate through the neutral zone, gains the offensive zone, cuts towards the middle, shot right in the chest of the Barracudas netminder. A nice save there, and he will hold on to keep this game tied. 7:01 remaining in the first period. Looks like the Barracudas will win that draw forward, and it'll make its way into the neutral zone. Kings will pick that back up. Unable to get around Michael Tatum there. A nice poke check there, and they'll skate with the other way. Tatum tried to get around one defenseman, gets caught up in the skates, and it looks like the bouncing puck made its way towards the net, and the Kings goalie will cover up there. 6:42 remaining in the first. Barracudas win that draw. Shot gets deflected and saved there by the Kings netminder. Barracudas maintain possession. Ellis moves it to Hoffenkamp. A nice pass there between the legs. Hoffenkamp with it. Tried to center it. That gets caught up in the feet of the Kings defenseman. They'll send it around, but a nice keep there. Moves it to Hoffenkamp at the center. Shot saved there. Rebound picked up by the Kings. And he'll hold on to it, looking to move it. And that puck will make its way out into the neutral zone and back into the Barracuda zone. Now going the other way with it. Oh, and that bouncing puck just out of reach of Ellis. Kings now with possession. Moves it up towards the neutral zone. Centered out in front. Unable to get a shot off there, and the puck makes its way behind the net. Now in the corner. Both teams battling for it. Kings come away with it, but they don't maintain possession for very long as the Barracuda skating the other way. And Michael Tatum now with it gets a shot that's deflected. Doesn't make its way towards the net. Puck goes in the corner. Moves it over to Hoffenkamp, who gets a quick shot and goes off the side of the net. And the Kings are able to clear it outside the zone. Ellis now with it. And that pass was to nobody as Hoffenkamp will dump it down low into the Kings zone, and the Barracudas will look for a change here. Kings now with it. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Barracudas will get on top of that and send it down low into the Kings zone. But he was behind the red line, so that is an icing. So faceoff will come back down into the Barracuda zone with 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first period. Barracudas won that faceoff draw. Olsen now skates it behind his net. Gains the neutral zone with speed. Gains the offensive zone. Cuts towards the half wall. Moves it up to Ely. Ely from the slot. That shot gets blocked. Ledbetter now with it, sends it towards the net, and that gets deflected wide. Olsen with it along the half wall, sends it into the corner. Chris Blake with it, cuts in towards the net. A shot saved there. Nice save by the Kings netminder to hold on for the faceoff.
I don't know, Josh. I think that one almost went in there.
I think he thought it almost went in there too, being honest. But nonetheless, it does stay out, and we still have a tied hockey game with 4:38 remaining. Kings will come away with that face-off. And now dump it in down low, cross ice. Race now for the puck. No Ledbetter with it, and he'll send it over to the half wall. And that puck stays out. Chris Blake just dropped one of their guys. That was a big hit. And I'm not quite sure why there's a penalty called here, but there is. We'll see who that call is on. I believe it's on Chris Blake. I guess you hit him too hard. What was the penalty? What was the penalty? So Barracudas go back on the kill here. A 2-minute minor for slashing to number 7, Chris Blake. 4:15 remaining. The Kings scored relatively early on their first power play. Let's see if they get another opportunity here or if the Barracudas are able to kill this one off. As so far, so good looking for the Barracudas as they're able to send that faceoff all the way in. And it looks like that puck was played into his own bench by the Kings netminder. Barracudas are calling for a delay a game, but I'm not quite sure if that's the rule. I believe it has to go outside the glass, but Barracudas won that face-off. Maya Hoitia with it. That gets poked away, but he's able to send it down low. Kings with it in the corner. And they'll look to break out here. Again, the offensive zone moves it out to the center. And that pass is just out of reach. Barracuda's able to get to that loose puck, but they'll send it up, kept in at the point. D-to-D pass. Unable to get past Jimmy Anderson, and he'll get to that puck and ice it all the way down with 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining on this Kings power play. Kings looking to break out here. And they'll send it in behind their own net. It looks like there's a Barracuda really tight on them, but unable to get possession of that as the Kings now make it to the neutral zone. Gain the offensive zone, leave it for his defenseman, moves it towards the center, gets a shot from the slot, that goes wide. Bouncing puck, picked up by the point, D-to-D pass. Move in down low, shot, and that goes wide as well. And I believe the net over here now came off its positioning. Great pegs here. 37 seconds remaining on the Kings power play. 2:51 remaining in the first. Face off won by the Kings. They'll move it over D-to-D. He'll send it back to his partner. Shot towards the net, and I believe that just went wide. I don't think anybody tipped it or anything. Puck now at the point. Shot towards the net. That goes wide as well. Puck now on the half wall. He'll shot in towards the net. Bouncing puck, and that is covered up by the Barracudas. And they finally drop the puck. And that's won by the Barracudas, but both teams now battling for it in the corner. I do still see it. It is going in the feet, though. Not moving a whole lot. That we might get a whistle here. And it looks like the Barracudas now are full strength. Still both teams battling for it in the corner, and that makes its way out and into the neutral zone. As the Kings now with possession. Now move it back. Looking to regroup here. That pass is just out of reach. Loose puck now. Both teams battling for it along the corner. Looks like the Kings pick it up behind the net. Center out in front. Shot save. Rebound cleared out. A nice save there by the Barracudas. And it looks like an icing will be called here. So faceoff will come back down into the Barracuda zone with 1:35 to go here in this first period. Barracudas will come away with this faceoff. Unable to clear the zone as the Kings will send it back down low. Quickly picked up by the Barracudas again, and they'll chip it down into the neutral zone. Kings will look to get some offensive pressure here, but that pass is out of reach. Picked up again by the Barracudas. They'll now skate it the other way, moving it through the neutral zone, gains the offensive zone, poked away, picked up by Alexander, sends in towards the net, goes wide, centered out in front. The Tatum shot, saved there by the Kings netminder, rebound, and a nice rebound save there by the Kings netminder to keep this game tied here with 1:02 remaining. 18 shots already in this first period for the Barracudas, 17 saves by the Kings netminder. A fantastic first period for the Sin City Kings netminder. And I'm sorry, I don't have a list of names, so I don't know his name. So I'm just going to apologize, and we're going to move on. And that shot goes wide. Kept in there by Diano. Puck along the half wall. Shot save. Rebound picked up. Loose puck in front. And that'll be covered up again by the Kings netminder. Just sorry about that. Had to give a little bit of instructions to my producer today. It's his first time doing it. Barracudas now pick off that pass. Unable to get a shot off. A nice defensive play there by the Kings to sacrifice his body. Kept in at the point, now handled along the half wall by Ellis. He'll centered, and that is poked away, moves its way into the corner. Now Hoffenkamp unable to handle that, and the Kings will dump it down with 5 seconds remaining here. Icing will be waved off, and that will do it for this first period of play. Shots on goal for both teams. Mansfield Barracudas with 20, Sin City Kings with 8. We're going to go on a quick intermission break here, and we will be right back with you here in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
On this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot, it's a battle. We don't just play for the scoreboard, we play for the grind, for the moments that test us, for the moments that define us. Together, we push forward, relentless, unstoppable. This is our game. We are the Mansfield Barracudas.
Bro, did you buy a new house?
No, actually, Mansfield Barracudas have a new partner.
We have a new partner?
Yeah,
Who?
Sarah Powell with League Real Estate.
Oh, no way. Can we meet her?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Hi, I'm Sarah Powell with League Real Estate, a proud partner with the Mansfield Barracudas. Come on in, check out my newest listing in Burleson, Texas. Let's have a look. We're in the Joshua ISD. It's 4 beds, 3 baths, almost 2,600 square feet with a separate game room and office. Partner with the Mansfield Barracudas is my family and I have been going out to their games for about 2 years now. My kids love going out and running up along the glass and cheering on the team, and it's a really fun family experience. Two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms downstairs and a game room with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom upstairs. Neighborhood features a pool, 2 parks, and a walking trail.
Hey, have you seen Tatum anywhere?
No.
Maybe he's out front.
Perfect length.
We're super excited to partner with Sarah Powell and League Real Estate.
If you're in the market for a new home, check her out.
And come check out the Mansfield Barracudas on October 3rd and 4th for the home opener.
So Josh is knocked out. Let's wake him up a little bit. Come on.
So we're back in the locker room, and Josh is knocked out. I'm gonna go ahead and wake him up because it looks like he needs a boost. But this is Pegasus smelling salts. Let's go ahead and show him the way with this. So this stuff, super powerful. Like once this goes under his nose, he's gonna pop up. She'll be like, whoa.
Oh, God. What the heck? I'm awake. That's powerful. I'm awake.
Pegasus smelling salts.
It works. Holy cow.
I don't know what it is lately, but every time I skate, my feet are killing me, whether I'm in gear or out of gear. It's like I have monster feet.
We're monster feet.
Dude, you'll see when I take these skates off, I literally have monster feet. It's how bad they hurt.
All right, let's see.
All right. Oh, I can already feel them. My feet are hurting.
Bro, those are monster feet.
Dude, I told you, my feet are in so much pain, and they literally are monster feet.
Bro, you gotta get yourself some of the stand shoes. Put these on.
What are these?
Bro, these will make your feet feel like they're floating on midair.
So I won't have monster feet anymore?
You won't have monster feet. Those are the standing shoe, bro.
All right, let's try them. My monster feet are gone.
I told you.
That's phenomenal.
They feel better, don't
Dude,
they?
they don't hurt at all.
Yep.
You guys gotta try these shoes. Stand unbelievable. You don't want monster feet? Get these.
What are you waiting on?
Go get them today. Man, I can't believe he did this to me again. Here goes nothing. Every single time he comes over.
What are you doing?
Josh, this is like the 4th time that you clogged my toilet.
Okay, it's only been 3 times. Don't over exaggerate, bro. And I can't help it that there's a Chipotle right across the street from our office.
Honestly, it's getting ridiculous. And I don't know who else to call to do this, so I'm always left holding the bag.
Bro, just call DMS. Having some problems at the office? Don't worry. I can unclog those pipes for you. Give DMS a call.
People of all ages, of all walks of life can all come in and we can all have positive, good conversations with people we normally wouldn't otherwise do. Hi, I'm Charles and this is Geek Out. Let's geek out. Geek Out is a small chain of comic and gaming stores in the DFW Metroplex. We have one store in Burleson, Texas, and one store in Mansfield. Both of our locations are approximately 4,000 square feet, which is half retail and half gameplay area. And our tables are always free to play at. Regardless of what your interest is, we have what you're looking for. Geek Out was founded to have a safe, inclusive place for everybody in the community to come and play their hobbies, get into new hobbies, come together and just have a community and be a place for everybody in our area to enjoy themselves and be comfortable. I have been a comic book reader for 30 plus years. I have always enjoyed the environment that a place like this gives. I met the original owner and he mentored me to the point where he would like me to carry on his legacy. We have continued to do that and grow the community bigger than we ever anticipated doing. The variety of products we carry ranges from comic books to Dungeons & Dragons, tabletop RPGs, tabletop wargaming like Warhammer. We sell various toys, action figures, almost any game that you can think of, we either already have in stock or can have in stock. We pride ourselves on being one of the largest free-to-play areas in the region. We want to be a place for everybody to come together and geek out, just like the name says. And our tables are always free. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is we have a very diverse, curated team. There's somebody that works here that will be more than happy to talk at length about whatever you're interested in.
What's up, Mic'd Up Messy here. I'm here with Logan Stankoven. We're gonna be doing a breakaway challenge. Trick is that he can only use trick shots, so let's see if I can stop one. How many are you gonna score?
I don't know, we'll find out.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, I didn't stop one.
You had to do them like that?
I don't know, I think those are lucky.
All right, and we are back for this second period of action. As it looks like the Kings now have possession of it in the neutral zone. That's poked away by Hoffenkamp, and it'll make its way back into the Kings zone. Cudas with a shot saved there by the Kings netminder. Loose puck picked up by Hoffenkamp. He'll send that out in front, kept in by Jimmy Anderson. Puck now with Ellis. He'll send it down low in the corner to Hoffenkamp. Back to Ellis. Ellis from the slot gets around a defenseman. Shot. I believe that went off the crossbar. And the Kings netminder might have got a piece of that. A nice save there if he did. Centered out in front, and that's poked away. And the Kings now skating with it the other way as they gain the neutral zone. Get it past the offensive zone. That centered pass is poked away. Now Hoffenkamp with it. He'll send it down low into his own corner. Jimmy Anderson will send it back up into the neutral zone. Handled by the Kings. And they'll look for offensive pressure here. But a couple passes there is poked away by Hoffenkamp. And the puck will make its way back into the Barracuda zone. Ellis with it. Moves it over to Tatum. Tatum gains the offensive zone. Gets around one defenseman, and he's tripped up on the play, and it does look like we have a penalty coming up against the Kings. So the Barracudas will go on their first power play opportunity of the night here with 18:24 remaining in the second. Face-off coming up here to the left of the Kings netminder. Barracudas win that draw. Kevin Ely takes a shot, moves it over to Anderson. He sends it over the corner to Blake. Blake over to Ely. Ely now with it at the point, sends it over to the half wall to Olsen. Olsen back up to the point. Ely with a shot, and that goes wide. Loose puck picked up by Chris Blake. He sends it back to Ely. Ely, another shot, goes off a body. Doesn't make its way to the net. Loose puck in front, and that is covered up by the Kings netminder. One minute 35 remaining on the power play. Barracudas will win that draw. Jimmy Anderson will move it down to Chris Blake along the half wall. Now behind the net with Olsen. Cuts in front, shot, and that's saved by the Kings netminder. Rebound picked up by Olsen. Olsen will move it back up to the point to Ely. Ely over to Anderson. Anderson gets a shot, and that deflects off the Kings defenseman right off his skate and into the netting. So I believe the faceoff is going to stay inside the Kings zone. Minute 17 remaining on the Barracudas power play. Face-off won by the Kings, and they'll rim it around, trying to get it out of the zone. That's kept in by Mayahoitia. He'll send it in down low. Picked up in the corner by Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp moves it behind the net. Ellis now moves it back up to the point to Mayahoitia. That D-to-D pass is out of reach. Picked off by the Kings, and they'll send it all the way down into the Barracuda zone. Picked up by Wayne Johns. Nice little forecheck there by the Kings as they're able to break up that puck and waste some time here on the power play. Hoffenkamp now skates it through the neutral zone with speed, gains the offensive zone, gets around one defenseman, cuts towards the net, shot saved by the Kings netminder. A nice save there to keep this game tied with 16:58 remaining in the second. Face-off won by the Kings. They're unable to clear the zone. Kept in by Wayne Johns. Hoffenkamp now with it at the point. Cuts in towards the middle. Moves it over to Mayahoitia, just out of reach. Puck got caught up in his skates. Kept in the zone there by Wayne Johns. Now Ellis with it. unable to get a pass off there as the puck just bounced over his stick. And that one will make its way out of the zone. Now Kings with a breakaway. Skates in, shot, and that goes wide. Wayne Johns with it. He moves it back down below. Picked up now by Maya Hoitia. He moves it over to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp now with it. Gains the offensive zone. Waits. Gets around one. Shot, save, rebound. That's poked away. Picked up behind the net by Tatum. Centered out in front. And that's poked away by the defense. Kept in at the point there by Ely. Gets a shot towards the net. Goes wide. Tatum now with it. Puck squirts away, and now it's back behind the net. Both teams going for it. Hoffenkamp now with it. He moves it up to the point to Ely, and that pass just gets caught up in his skates. Unable to handle that. Ledbetter now with it. That pass is just out of reach. Harder to pick it up in the neutral zone. Moves it over to Ely. Ely will send it down low. Picked up in the corner by the Kings. They'll chip it up and get it back into the neutral zone. And they'll dump it all the way. Picked up behind the net by Ely. And Ely's able to get it back out into the Kings zone. This Kings now looking to break out of their own defensive zone. Moves it up to the neutral zone. That's deflected in on net. And the Barracudas netminder will cover up for a face-off here. 15:06 remaining in the second period. Hey. Yeah, that's me. I'm the backup goalie. Face-off won by the Kings. The DDD pass just out of reach for a one-timer there. Unable to get anything on it. Puck along the half wall. Kept in at the point. Sent in towards the net. That's deflected wide. Alexander now with it. He moves the puck up to Harder. Alexander now with it. Gains the offensive zone. Looks to center, and that pass is picked off by the Kings. They skate in the other way. 3-on-1 chance here. And a shot, and it goes in. A nice shot by the Sin City Kings to put them on top here, 2-1 with 14:35 remaining. Barracudas win that draw. Move the puck D to D. Wayne Johns now with it. And that passes out of reach. And now Sin City Kings will dump it back down low. Face-off will be here at center ice. Oh, I got it. Double click on it. Yeah. Barracudas now with the puck behind the net. Jimmy Anderson looks to move it. And that puck is just out of reach. And the Kings, looks like that puck might have been deflected into the zone, or no, into the bench. But refs are saying that it didn't go off anybody, and the faceoff is going to stay back towards the Kings zone here. 13:47 remaining in the second period. Barracudas come away with that draw. Move the puck here, D to D. Jimmy Anderson now with it. Gets around one guy, two guys, and then loses the puck. Kept in at the point there. Moves it D to D, unable to handle it. And Jimmy Anderson's able to keep it in the zone there. A nice keep. Centered out in front. No one was there. Picked up along the half wall by Olsen. Moves it up to the point to Ely. Shot towards the net. Blocker save. Rebound. Makes his way behind. Centered out in front. Nobody got to it. Ely with the puck. And looks like the net is off again.
Hey, everyone, keep it in line. Hey, don't want to talk to me like that.
Face off won by the Barracudas. Quick shot. Doesn't make its way to the net. Kept in at the point by Ely. Both teams battling for it. Loose puck. Nice keep at the point there by Olsen. Skates in towards the middle. Oh, a nice shot saved there. Olsen now with it. Cuts in towards the middle. Unable to get a shot off. And that pass is mishandled, and it makes its way back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Ledbetter. Ledbetter moves it over to Ely. And Holland now skating with it, and he runs through a guy. Olsen with it, gains the offensive zone, cuts around the D. Shots blocked, picked up his rebound. Looks to move it up to the point. Slap shot. And a nice save there by the Kings netminder. What a performance today. 29 shots so far in this contest, and only one has gone by him. 12:25 remaining in the second. Face-off won by the Kings. Puck now with Tatum in the neutral zone. Moves it over to Ellis. Ellis will dump it in down low. Tatum cuts off that pass, but unable to handle it, and the Kings will get possession of it and send it all the way down for icing. So face-off is going to come back into the Kings zone here with 12:06 remaining in the second period. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Unable to handle that one as it makes its way back in the neutral zone. Giano handles it. And that pass is just out of reach, but it does make its way all the way into the Kings zone. Handled behind the net. Unable to get it out of the zone. Now Ellis with it. Cuts towards the middle. Gets a shot, and that's deflected high and out of play. 11:44 remaining in the second period. And it looks like we got an encroachment call against the Kings, so they will replace their man in the draw. And we get set here. Looks like the Kings come away with it, but nobody goes for the loose puck. So the Barracudas maintain possession of it inside the offensive zone, but that pass is out of reach, and now the Kings will ice it all the way down. And we do have an icing. $11:32 remaining in the second. Puck picked off along the half wall, but it looks like the Barracudas are unable to keep it in. the zone, but it does make its way back. Kings now with it in their own zone, moving up toward the neutral zone, and that pass is mishandled. Cudas now with it. Oh, thanks. Tatum with it, centered out in front, and that pass is poked away. Loose puck now. Kings will get to it. D-to-D pass. Kings now with it. Gains the offensive zone, leaves it for his man. Tries to get around the defenseman. Unable to gain any space. D-to-D pass shot. And that's deflected high and into the netting. Believe that went off of Barracuda's players, so the faceoff will stay inside the Barracuda zone. 10:42 remaining in the second. Faceoff won by the Kings. That D-to-D pass, though, is out of reach. So the Barracudas are able to get to that loose puck, but pass mishandled it. Possession goes back to the Kings relatively quickly, and they'll make its way back into the Barracuda zone behind the net now. Kept in at the point. That pass is out of reach. Barracudas will get to it. And they'll look to break it out of their zone. And that pass is just out of the reach of Xander. Kings now with it. Moving the puck through the neutral zone. Unable to gain the offensive zone there. And now Alexander gains the offensive zone, cuts around one defenseman, centered it, and unable to get a shot off there. And the Barracudas are looking for a penalty, and it looks like we got a retaliation call coming up against the Barracudas. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. So the Sin City Kings will go back on the power play here for the third time tonight. Well, it looks like they got a couple words discussed between the refs and the captains to figure out what's going on here with this power play. But nonetheless, the Kings do have a power play here. They scored on their first one of the night. Barracudas were able to kill the second one. Let's see how this third one goes for the Kings. As the Barracudas get possession of that one off the faceoff and able to get it back in the neutral zone. Kings now with it. And Barracuda's able to get that puck centered and just out of reach, unable to get a shot towards the net. A nice try there by the Barracudas on the kill. No! Michael Tatum now with it, and he'll dump it down low into the zone. Maihoitia quickly on him. And the Kings look to move it through to the neutral zone. They gain the offensive zone now. Looking for a pass. He moves it back up to the point. Puck at the point now. D-to-D. Sends it along the half wall. Out of reach. Makes its way all the way in the corner. Both teams battling for it. Barracudas come away with it, and they'll send it all the way back down into the Kings zone with 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining on this Kings power play. Kings now with it as they look to gain the offensive zone here, passing it back and forth. They do gain the offensive zone, but doesn't last for very long as puck changes possession a few times and finally makes its way back in the neutral zone. Both teams battling for it. Oh, a hard hit on the wall. I'm not sure if they're calling a penalty there. They call a penalty on that? I didn't see the hand up. Yeah, I didn't see the hand up. So I don't think there's going to be a call against the Barracudas there, but the Kings player did go on the wall pretty hard there. And it looks like they might be taking a look at the Kings player's knee as Michael Tatum from the Barracudas is over assisting the Kings player. And it looks like the Kings player will get up, but I'm not sure if he's able to skate off on his own power as he's being escorted off by one of his teammates. We do like to see him up, but we hope the best for him. And we'll get set ready to face off. It doesn't look like a penalty did come out of that play. So 34 seconds remaining on the Kings power play. Faceoff will come up to the right of the Kings netminder, so it's going to stay inside the Kings zone here. 8:27 remaining in the period. Faceoff won by the Kings. Kings now with it in their own zone. And it looks like he tried to pass that behind the net, but it actually made its way on net. They should count that as a shot. And the puck will make its way in the Barracuda zone, but it doesn't stay in there for long as now it's just kind of being sent back and forth. And back into the King zone. Race for the puck. Alexander will win that race. Centered out in front. Shot! A nice save there. What a save by the Kings netminder to keep this game 2-1. I'm beside myself on that save. I have no idea how he got that. No clue. That was amazing. Yeah, I'm dumbfounded. That's definitely got to be the save of the year in the Mountain Hockey League, hands down. Clip it. Face-off won by the Barracudas. They'll send it around and back up into the neutral zone. Michael Ellis now with it. Centers it to Hoppenkamp. Oh, and that pass just out of reach of Johns. Unable to get a shot off there. Handles it. One-timer shot just goes wide. Puck now kept in by Ellis. Sent in down low to the corner. Picked up behind the net by Hoppenkamp. Both teams battling for it. Kings come away with it. Unable to get it outside the zone. Kept in there by Ely. Shot tipped wide. Tatum now with it. Puck in the corner. Moves it up. Moves it back down low. Sending towards the net from the point. Unable to get a deflection there. As Ellis is now with it. Moves it back up to Ledbetter. Ledbetter shots on net. Deflection just goes wide. A nice save there by the Kings netminder on the deflection. And the puck will make its way back out into the neutral zone. Barracuda's moving it. Unable to beat the defenseman there as the puck was just out of reach of Kyle Holland there. Ely now with it, gains the offensive zone with speed. Puck poked away, picked up by Hoffenkamp. He moves it down to Ellis. Ellis cuts in front, shot, save, rebound. Another save picked up by the defense. And they'll clear it off the glass and back in the neutral zone as the Cudas look to break it in for another offensive attack here, and they'll just dump and change. As the Kings looking to take a little bit of advantage on the change here, unable to do so, so they'll change themselves here. As Noah Ledbetter has the puck, moves it up to Olsen. Olsen tried to get it over to Chris Blake, but that pass was way ahead of him. Kings now with it behind their own net. Let's try to get it out. And Deacon kept it in there, but that was short-lived as the Kings now cuts around one defenseman, and he's hit off the puck there by Olsen. A nice hit for that defensive play there. And we got a penalty coming up here. I believe it's against the Kings. A roughing call. The Kings had possession of the puck when he blew the whistle, so I believe the call is on the Kings, but I've been wrong before. And yep, it looks like that is on number 2 of the Kings. 2-minute minor for roughing. So the Barracudas will go back on the power play here. This is their second power play opportunity of the night. Not successful on the first one. Let's see if they get a little bit more success here on the second one with 5:37 remaining in the period. Face off one cleanly to Wayne Johns. He'll move it back to Ellis. Ellis back to Johns. Back over to Ellis. Ellis looks to move it up to the point, but that's out of reach. Johns has to skate back and regroup here in his own defensive zone. And Johns will leave it for Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp will gain the offensive zone. Stops along the half wall. Moves it up to the point. Ellis with it. Back to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp at the top of the circles. Moves it across ice. Just out of reach of Wayne Johns. Puck behind the net now. Tatum with it. Leaves it. Mayahoitia with it. Moves it up to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp over to Johns. Wayne Johns with it. Takes a look. Takes a shot. And that goes high and wide. Kept in the zone there by Hoffenkamp. He'll send it in down low. Picked up behind the net by Hoffenkamp. Mayahoitia with it now in the corner. Moves it up to the point to Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp over to Johns. Johns with it down to the half wall to Ellis. Ellis tried to run around one defenseman, poked away, shot, saved there. Hoffenkamp with it along the half wall. Centered out in front. Shot by Tatum just goes wide. Ellis with it behind the net. Moves it to Hoffenkamp, back up to the point to Mayahoitia, shot, blocker saved there. Hoffenkamp with it. Moves the puck to Johns. Johns looks for a shot. That's deflected. Sending down low. Loose puck now. Picked up by the Kings. And they will clear it back into the neutral zone. But the Barracudas look to continue this offensive pressure here. Hoffenkamp moves it to Olsen. They go in the offensive zone. Puck at the top of the circles now. Moves it up the point to Holland. Mishandles that. And the Kings are able to ice it all the way down. And it looks like icing is waved off as the penalty does expire. And Jimmy Anderson will win that race to the loose puck. As now Ely with it. Gains the offensive zone. Leaves it for Olsen. Olsen back to Ely. And a nice save there by the Kings netminder to keep this game 2-1. A fantastic game. A fantastic performance from the Kings netminder. "35 saves so far on the night. Face off one by the Barracudas. Excuse me, there got a little tongue-tied. Ely now with it. Loose puck picked up by Olsen in the neutral zone. Olsen now with it, gains the offensive zone with speed, cuts through the middle, shot just barely goes wide. I believe the Kings defense got a piece of that. Kept in at the point by Ely. That pass is intercepted. Moved back up in the neutral zone. And the Barracudas will get possession of that, going the other way with it. Shot in towards the net. That goes off the blocker and high. Kept in by Mayahoitia. His shot gets blocked. Loose puck picked up by Chris Blake. Puck along the half wall now. Mayahoitia with it. Cuts in towards the net. And that'll be held on to by the Kings netminder here with 2:33 remaining in the second. Face off here coming up to the right of the Sin City Kings net. And looks like we got an encroachment call again against the Kings, so the Kings will require a new face-off man. Face-off won by the Barracudas. Puck at the point. Half wall. Centered out in front. Loose puck. Unable to maintain possession of that. Both teams battling for it. Maya Hoitia with it. Loose puck kept in by Chase Deacon. Shot that's blocked. Loose puck shot in front and held on to by the Kings netminder. A nice effort there by Maya Hoitia to get a shot off. Face-off won by the Barracudas. That shot's deflected. Centered out in front and scored! The Barracudas tie this one up here with 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the second period. A nice one-timer there. Cutter to Maya Hoitia. Game tied 2-2. Well, the Barracudas tie this one up, but it took them 40 shots to do it. This Kings netminder is playing one heck of a game. And the Kings will win that face-off draw after the goal. Moves it in, gains the offensive zone, moves it for his partner, shot wide, loose puck in front. And Harder now with it, gains the offensive zone, gets around one guy, gets around the other guy, shot saved there, loose puck picked up. One-timer shot at the point, blocker saved there. Loose puck, unable to clear the zone, kept in there by Deacon. And the third attempt finally makes its way into the neutral zone, but Barracuda's now with it, skating the other way. A shot towards the net save. Loose puck picked up in the corner now. Moves up to the point. Shot in towards the net. That goes wide. Picked up along the half wall by Ellis. Ellis with it. Moves it down low to the corner to Harder. Harder back to Ellis. Ellis now in the corner, cuts towards the net, gets a shot. I believe the Kings netminder got a piece of that one. 7.7, yes. And the Kings now with it as they look to get it out into the neutral zone, and they're successful at that. And they gain the offensive zone, dumping in down low. Loose puck picked up in the corner by the Kings. And shot in towards the net, that goes wide. And the Barracudas now with it. Michael Ellis gains the offensive zone. Unable to get a shot off. Second attempt makes it towards the net. Save there. Unable to get a third shot off. 30 seconds remaining here in the penalties. Hoffenkamp with it. Moves it over to Tatum. Tatum shot. Saved there off the toe by the Kings. And it makes its way back into the neutral zone. 20 seconds remaining here in the period. And that puck is sent in on net. 10 seconds here. One more shot opportunity. Oh, and just out of the reach of Tatum. 6 seconds. And I believe that might do it. Oh, what happened here? Looks like the goalie's helmet is off. Not quite sure what happened to cause the goalie's mask to fall off. Maybe he just took it off because he needed a break. But there's only 4 seconds left, so I'm not quite sure if that's the reason. And the face-off won by the Barracuda shot, and that goes off the post. Almost put it in to end the period, and the post saves the day for the Kings to keep this one tied. An exciting period, especially for the Barracudas. They get a ton of shot opportunities, but a crazy period by the Kings netminder. 43 shots on goal so far for the Barracudas. 41 saves by the Kings netminder. Absolutely unbelievable. 12 shots on goal for the Kings. We're going to go on a quick little intermission break. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks.
On this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot, it's a battle. We don't just play for the scoreboard, we play for the grind, for the moments that test us, for the moments that define us. Together, we push forward, relentless, unstoppable. This is our game. We are the Mansfield Barracudas.
Bro, did you buy a new house?
No, actually, Mansfield Barracudas have a new partner.
We have a new partner?
Yeah,
Who?
Sarah Powell with League Real Estate.
Oh, no way. Can we meet her?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Hi, I'm Sarah Powell with League Real Estate, a proud partner with the Mansfield Barracudas. Come on in, check out my newest listing in Burleson, Texas. Let's have a look. We're in the Joshua ISD. It's 4 beds, 3 baths, almost 2,600 square feet with a separate game room and office. Partner with the Mansfield Barracudas is my family and I have been going out to their games for about 2 years now. My kids love going out and running up along the glass and cheering on the team, and it's a really fun family experience. Two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms downstairs and a game room with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom upstairs. Neighborhood features a pool, 2 parks, and a walking trail.
Hey, have you seen Tatum anywhere?
No.
Maybe he's out front.
Perfect length.
We're super excited to partner with Sarah Powell and League Real Estate.
If you're in the market for a new home, check her out.
And come check out the Mansfield Barracudas on October 3rd and 4th for the home opener.
So Josh is knocked out. Let's wake him up a little bit. Come on. So we're back in the locker room, and Josh is knocked out. I'm gonna go ahead and wake him up because it looks like he needs a boost. But this is Pegasus smelling salts. Let's go ahead and show him the way with this. So this stuff, super powerful. Like once this goes under his nose, he's gonna pop up. She's like, whoa. Oh, God, what the heck? I'm awake. That's powerful. I'm awake. Pegasus smelling salts. It works, holy cow. I don't know what it is lately, but every time I skate, my feet are killing me, whether I'm in gear or out of gear. It's like I have monster feet.
What are monster feet?
Dude, you'll see when I take these skates off, I literally have monster feet. It's how bad they hurt.
All right, let's see.
All right. Oh, I can already feel them. My feet are hurting.
Bro, those are monster feet.
Dude, I told you, my feet are in so much pain, and they literally are monster feet.
Bro, you gotta get yourself some of the stand shoes. Put these on.
What are these?
Bro, these will make your feet feel like they're floating on midair.
So I won't have monster feet anymore?
You won't have monster feet. Those are the standing shoe, bro.
All right, let's try them. My monster feet are gone.
I told you.
That's phenomenal.
They feel better, don't
Dude,
they?
they don't hurt at all.
Yep.
You guys gotta try these shoes. Stand unbelievable. You don't want monster feet? Get these.
What are you waiting on?
Go get them today. Man, I can't believe you did this to me again. Here goes nothing. Every single time he comes over.
What are you doing?
Josh, this is like the 4th time that you clogged my toilet.
Okay, it's only been 3 times. Don't over exaggerate, bro. And I can't help it that there's a Chipotle right across the street from our office.
Honestly, it's getting ridiculous, and I don't know who else to call to do this, so I'm always left holding the bag.
Bro, just call DMS. Having some problems at the office? Don't worry. I can unclog those pipes for you. Give DMS a call.
People of all ages, of all walks of life can all come in and we can all have positive, good conversations with people we normally wouldn't otherwise do. Hi, I'm Charles and this is Geek Out. Let's geek out! Geek Out is a small chain of comic and gaming stores in the DFW Metroplex. We have one store in Burleson, Texas, and one store in Mansfield. Both of our locations are approximately 4,000 square feet, which is half retail and half gameplay area. And our tables are always free to play at. So regardless of what your interest is, we have what you're looking for. Geek Out was founded to have a safe, inclusive place for everybody in the community to come and play their hobbies, get into new hobbies, come together and just have a community and be a place for everybody in our area to enjoy themselves and be comfortable. I have been a comic book reader for 30 plus years. I have always enjoyed the environment that a place like this gives. I met the original owner and he mentored me to the point where he would like me to carry on his legacy. We have continued to do that and grow the community bigger than we ever anticipated doing. The variety of products we carry ranges from comic books to Dungeons & Dragons, tabletop RPGs, tabletop wargaming like Warhammer. We sell various toys, action figures, almost any game that you can think of, we either already have in stock or can have in stock. We pride ourselves on being one of the largest free-to-play areas in the region. We want to be a place for everybody to come together and geek out, just like the name says. And our tables are always free. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is we have a very diverse, curated team. There's somebody that works here that will be more than happy to talk at length about whatever you're interested in.
What's up, Mic'd Up Messy here. I'm here with Logan Stankoven. We're gonna be doing a breakaway challenge. Trick is he can only use trick shots, so let's see if I can stop one.
How many are you gonna score?
I don't know, we'll find out.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I didn't stop one.
You had to do them like that?
I don't know, I think those are lucky.
this ice, nothing comes easy. Every shift, every pass, every shot.
And the coach again. The third period to get after get this win. I mean, I think we're playing well. We're moving the puck. We're forechecking well. We just got to put it in the back of the net. All right, thanks, sir. Have a good rest of your period.
And that was Alex Olson from the Barracudas, and the Barracudas scored. I didn't quite see how the play happened, but I'm sure you did, and I'm sure it was awesome and amazing. Barracuda's on top now, 3-2 here. And we get set ready to drop the puck again here as the Barracudas win that faceoff draw. Ellis now with it will move the puck to Tim Hoffenkamp. Hoffenkamp gets around the D, shot, and that is blockered up and out of play. 19:26 remaining in the first period. Face-off won by the Barracudas, and that shot is held on to by the Kings netminder.
Vaughn was on the ice.
Face-off won by the Kings, and they'll skate it through the neutral zone. They'll dump it in down low. Puck now behind the Barracudas net, picked up in the corner, centered out in front. Barracudas will get on top of that loose puck, and now Ellis skating with the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone, cuts around 1D, a shot in, and that's saved by the Kings netminder. Rebound behind the net. Both teams battling for it. Looks like the Barracudas come away with it. Ellis with it. Sent down low to Hoffenkamp, back to Ellis. Loose puck now picked up along the half wall and sent back to the point, but just out of reach. Ely has to regroup back in his own defensive zone. Chipped along the half wall. And Ely now breaks in across 1D. Cut centered and unable to get a shot off there. Looks like that got caught up in the D's feet. Sent in towards the net. That's deflected wide. Loose puck picked up by Hoffenkamp. Sent up to the point. Kept in by Michael Tatum there. And looks like we're having some technical difficulties with the camera here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, hey, unplug it back in.
The big black one.
Hey, no. Hey, Will, it's not going. Hey, we got to figure this out. Sorry, 1 second, technical difficulties.